Alrighty. Hopefully this thing is on. Go ahead and move this over here real quick. Alrighty. How is everyone doing today? We are live. Welcome to our December 2021 live stream here, the Sauer Horsepower Q&A session. We got some news to talk about. Since our last monthly one at the beginning of November, Dodge has dropped some insane news. I have some news myself for the channel and everything going forward. But yeah, we'll wait for some people to get in here on the live stream. Now, if you see me looking over, that's because my chat is over here on this screen. So if I'm always looking over, it's because I'm reading the chat and seeing your guys' questions. But we'll wait for a couple people to get in here, and then we will go ahead and get started with the questions. And then we'll start talking about the latest news, which I'm sure most of you have probably heard. But if not, hopefully I can provide you guys with some insight into what is going on in the Mopar news space. So, yeah, let's go ahead and wait for some people to get here, and then we'll get started. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and we will. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, what? Never mind. I was going to play my little channel intro, but since I'm streaming, the channel intro has been replaced on my main channel with the live stream. So, alright, let's see if anyone joins in. Hopefully. Actually, let me go ahead and share it out on the old Facebook. Alright. If you are here, say hi in the chat. Let me know you're here. We did start it a little early today. I'm not sure how much of a hindrance that'll be. I started it about 5 minutes early. So, let's see. If you are here, let me know. Fortunately, it doesn't say we don't have anybody online. Go ahead and give it a minute. Let's go ahead and in the meantime, let me go ahead and find that video and put something up so you guys aren't just staring at my ugly mug. Let's do, where is it? Here it is. All right. We got ads.
Let's go.
Let's go right there. So, I probably shouldn't even make a new one of those. Some of those vehicles in there are been gone for a hot minute, so there is that. All right, so let's go ahead. We will get started talking about. Let's go over some of the recent YouTube videos we've put on the channel and discuss them a little bit. Go pull that up over here. All right, so the past month, what have we done? All right, so we drove. So some of the Texas videos came out from when I was down in Texas. We drove my buddy's Pro Charged SRT 392, 2013 or 14, I believe it is. We drove that. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. The power, it was there. It had plenty of it. It was also kind of interesting driving a Challenger with that much power that's also a manual. Now, way back in the day, I had a manual uh, SRT Core, 2014, I believe it was. And the manual in that was, or it's the same as that car that I drove, but mine had slightly less power. I wasn't supercharged or anything, but I had nitrous on mine, and that made about 600 wheel. The one that I drove in Texas had about 700 wheels, so it was definitely was that? I guess you could probably consider that was the most powerful manual car I've driven. So, because technically it has more power than the Viper. So, after that, we drove, or actually, we didn't drive. We filmed the video on my friend Torado Racing. He has this 2009 um, wide body Challenger. He took an OEM Hellcat wide body and put it on his 2009 Challenger, and he's done a whole bunch of other updates and autocross stuff and track spec stuff. So that was fun to take a look at. I last time I saw that car was basically stock. I think it had an exhaust on it. But yeah, that was good. And then the video came out of driving over 3,000 miles to go get the Viper. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Unfortunately, I didn't really talk too much once I got the Viper because it was a long drive and we had a lot of driving to do. We couldn't really stop and talk and have a chat or anything. And it was more of get in, sign the paperwork, load the car up, and get out. I wish I would have taken some more time to film at least a couple minutes worth of stuff. But I was so tired already from driving like 15 hours that day, and I just wanted to get out of there. But it's what it is. Then next we had the first drive in my Dodge Viper. That was fun. It's definitely an eye-opening experience, a lot different than anything I'd ever driven before. And yeah, um, speaks for itself. Then we did the paint correction on the Viper. So that paint, short of like rust and like actual like gouges and stuff missing out of it, that was probably some of the worst paint that I've ever seen. The guy that came down and did the paint correction, he said that's the worst car he's done all year. Literally looked like in some spots they literally dried it with sandpaper. Um, that's at least what it looked like. Detailer's theory is that it was a Texas car and they probably used one of those like California dusters, the big like feathery things that you just kind of wipe the dust off of the car. So it looks like they would go drive it, use one of those feather dusters on the paint, rub all that dirt and sand and stuff from Texas into the paint, and then just move on. So yeah, needless to say, we got it fixed a lot. There were by the time he was done, there was almost no swirl marks in it at all. Just some rock chips and some deeper scratches and stuff. But all of those can be fixed in the future. We can always get the car repainted if it ever bothers me. But for now, it's a good driver's car. I'm not worried about a rock chip. Like I'm actually okay to go out and drive it and not worry about like, oh my god, it needs to be like perfect and everything. Which is part of the reason with the Challenger why I hardly ever drove it, because as soon as I bought it, um, I had the paint corrected. I had it the whole car PPF'd except like the back bumper and the trunk and the roof. Um, so we had that all PPF'd and I had it ceramic coated on it, like with the car having less than 100 miles on it. So it almost made me afraid to drive it because the paint was literally flawless on that car. And we're not gonna have that problem with the Viper, so we're gonna be doing a lot of fun stuff with it. Unfortunately, I decided to buy it at the end of October, beginning of November, so we're coming up on winter time, and there's not many things to do with it. Especially because the in the video I talked about how the tires are so old, so it doesn't really like to. The tires are bad, like they're like hockey pucks driving on the road. So I really got to get some heat into them before I can even like really do anything with it. And even then, it's still super sketchy. So I haven't been pushing it much. I'm just kind of taking it easy. And we'll get some new tires on it here. I was going to do it soon, but there's no point in buying the tires now just for it to sit in the garage for probably the next 2 to 3 months and not really get driven much, and I don't want to flat spot the new tires. So probably come February. Yeah, we'll probably do February. I'll order the tires and get them put on. And so that way in March when it starts warming up, we can take it out and really enjoy the car. Um, then after that, we did the Jeep Wagoneer Series 3. It's a fantastic car. Super luxurious. That had the air ride suspension on it. Just absolutely awesome. Yeah, if you're looking for a luxury SUV, the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer are the way to go. Like if you want to stay Mopar and everything, it's a real that's a real one right there. The Series 2 we did after that. It's just missing like some of the finer details, but it's still like 90 to 95% as good as the Series 3. It's just missing, a little bit of refinement in the suspension from the air ride because it has the coil spring. And then some of the interior features, like the leathers don't feel as good. It doesn't have all of the technology standard um, compared to the Series 3, but the Series 2 is still a great vehicle. You do save about $10,000 on average, depending on the spec and everything like that, between the Series 2 and Series 3. So if that's something you're looking to do, get like 90%, 95% of the same vehicle. Um, Series 2 is a good option there. Although they're still not cheap. That one we drove was basically a base model, no options added on, and it was about $76,000. Um, so yeah, 392 Mopar. What's up, dude? How are you? How are things going? Let's see. After that, um, my dealership did inform me that they have a Grand Wagoneer there that just got delivered today. So Friday, I'm gonna go try and film the Grand Wagoneer. Now, I believe, don't quote me on this, I haven't done all my research yet. The main difference between the Grand Wagoneer and the regular Wagoneer is going to be the 6.4 liter Hemi 392 versus the Wagoneer just has the 5.7. Um, and then with that comes the different quadra-track drives or quadra drives or whatever the Jeep things are. Um, yeah, so Grand Wagoneer, and then of course it's going to have the different series trims as well associated with that. But I don't expect it to be much different than the regular Wagoneer. All right, what do we got? 392 mover. Still stuffed from Turkey. Yes. Yes, I agree. How am I doing? I am doing great. Can't really complain. Um, it's been a good month. I mean, if you've been watching the videos, it's been a good month. Got to drive the Wagoneers like I just was talking about, and the Viper, of course. I'm still kind of on cloud nine there from having a Viper. Every time I walk out to the garage, look over. Oh, hey, I own a Viper. So it's still kind of surreal. Um, I'm glad it's here, but I never expected it to come this soon. To be fair, over 110,000 for that 6.4. Yeah, yep. I've been seeing 100K plus stickers on them. I'm gonna do some more research this week before I go look at the Grand Wagoneer to make sure I know everything that's different between the two. I think when I did a quick walk around of one back when they were first hitting the dealer lots to be shown as like what's the word I'm looking for? Like they were training the staff. So that was probably 3 or 4 months ago. I saw one. I think I put in that video they had a breakdown, like a poster side by side of the differences between the two. So I'm gonna have to look. But yes, $100,000+ for the Grand Wagoneer. That is a lot. Now, how does that compare to the Escalade? Actually, let's look that up. Cadillac Escalade. Let's look at like a top tier Escalade 2022. What are we looking like for price? That says they start at 76, so that's what the Series 2 starts at. So they're on to something there. So we'll do, I guess, the more expensive one here. Let me let's share the screen here. Let's be a good YouTuber here. Actually, oh, let's swip that down. There we go. All right. So build and price. I know. Oh, jeez. Can you guys see that? 109,000. So all I did was pick the 2022 Escalade, the extended version, four-wheel drive, premium luxury platinum. Do you think that, like, is that really necessary to have three names that all say the same thing? I guess. But net price, before I've even added any options on, it says $109,000. So I guess the Grand Wagoneer, at that point, I guess it's fairly priced um, when you compare it to the Escalade. That's insane. What do you got here? I'm about to call Dodge and ask them why there isn't a seven-passenger Durango for the 6.4. There is. There is a seven-passenger Durango with the 6.4. I think. Yeah, because you can get the SRT. Just a standard SRT Durango. And then as long as you don't get the captain's chairs, it should be, or the center. I wonder. Hold up. Actually, I'm not on Dodge's website. It should be. It's either. It might be six. Is it six passenger? So two, and then two in the back. I think that's what it is because they take out the bench seat in the middle, and then you have the option to add in the center console, but you don't have the option to. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there's that, but I guess the Wagoneer, like we were talking about, the Wagoneer is fairly priced, I guess, for the market because its main competition is going to be the Escalade and then the Navigator. I'm not even going to go check the Navigator. I'm sure it's probably all in the same ballpark, but this here, like I said, I haven't even added options onto this thing, and oh, I did. Well, it's a package. They do it a little differently than what Dodge does, or Jeep, or whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into some of this other news here. I guess we'll go here first. Road and track. There we go. All right, so the big news that's been going all over the internet lately. Dodge will end Hellcat production after 2023. We all knew it was happening. I mean, it's kind of been, the writing's been on the wall probably 2 years now. We all knew it was going to happen. The big push for the EV stuff, the fuel economy requirements and all that stuff. And yeah, it was bound to happen. And then last year, once they announced or was it earlier this year? I think it was earlier this summer when they announced the Dodge electric thing. We all knew at that point that the Hellcat was coming to an end. So, yep, we'll probably get some sort of. I'm sure there's probably going to be a. This is speculation, obviously. The Halo car that they're going to build might be full electric. They might make some ridiculous full electric car like Tesla, and then they'll probably have some hybrid models below that to fill in to start. But that's what I expect, but we'll see. All right, we've got some chats here. What do we got? What are we building? We were building an Escalade there, David Brown, to compare the price to the Wagoneer or the Grand Wagoneer. Yep, I'd go with the Wagoneer. Wagoneer is good. If you watch my video, I had nothing but real praise for it. So, got your TRX 3 days ago. Congrats! I'm probably gonna mess that name up. Javagus. Congrats on the TRX. And then David Brown, you have a 2021 Yukon Denali. How do you like that? So yeah, I don't even think I've ever driven a Yukon. No, I think I had some experience in a Suburban like 20 years ago, but I haven't really been in many GM products since. Maybe that's something I need to figure out. Maybe I can talk to one of the Chevy dealerships around here, see if they'll let me do reviews on their stuff as well, so that way I can compare them to the Mopar products that are coming out. Love it, rides great, awesome. As long as you like it, that's all that matters. All right. So let's go and move on to some better news that's not as sad. So here, if you haven't checked or haven't seen online, Dodge is doing 24 months of muscle, basically the next 2 years as they wrap up all the Hellcat stuff and shut down all their muscle car stuff. Um, they're going to be releasing news on the regular. I think it was every month for the next 24 months or something close to that, something to that effect. They started back at the beginning or end of October with the Hemi Orange and SRT Black. We already touched on that, those trims, and we touched we speak. We touched on that last month in our last Q&A, and I had some nasty words, I guess, to say about that because it didn't really make any sense. But if you want to go back and see my thoughts, check out last month's stream. Then they came out with the Never Lift announcement at the beginning of November, and we'll talk about that more as we scroll down. But they announced not only this 24-month program, but they also announced this, which is they announced Dodge brand launches Operation 25/8 to give away 25 Dodge Dream cars. So I'm still not sure where the 8 comes from, but they are giving away 25 Hellcats, and they're using influencers. I think was their influencers and celebrities as part to run, I guess, 25 different competitions to give away Hellcats. So these are, I can put a link to this in the chat if you guys want to go click on it. But basically, they put a whole list. Like you have Amazon is giving away a Hellcat, Jay Leno, Supercar Blondie, Roadkill guys, Francis Ngannou, some MMA guys on here like Tim Kennedy, Bill Goldberg, some musicians, Radford Racing School. So Radford, they do the SRT driving experience out in Arizona. I think the Phoenix area, I believe. Richard Rawlings is giving one away. Barstool Sports, Weston Champlin, he's a YouTuber. So basically, they have all their social media tags here, and so I'm assuming they want you to go follow them or do something or check out their pages, and they'll have their rules and regulations for giving away for their competition to give away um, new Hellcats. So yeah, there's that. Destroyer 1320, how are you, man? All right. So that's the 20. Oh wait, that's just that's the 25/8. So that came out on November 15th. November 16th, the very next day, they announced the jailbreak, which is basically for the next year, maybe 2 years until they're done with the current Challenger and Charger production. They're basically unlocking all of the colors and stripes and order options and everything like that, so you can pick and choose. Like before, they would have a limit on you can't have um, a yellow car with blue stripes. Like they just wouldn't allow it. They would like gray it out on the screen like you couldn't do it. Now you can get whatever color car you want with whatever color stripes you want with whatever brake caliper cover with whatever interior color. So now you can just pick and choose how you want. Obviously, you can't go make like custom colors, but you can still do you can pick from the current colors available. So it is what it is. Um, we'll see. I'm sure some interesting specs will be popping up on the streets here soon, but I'm actually kind of curious to see what comes out of that. So as you can see, they have like a little calendar area here, but like some of it's only filled into what's currently done. But they do give away some hints from the video that they announced. Like here in January 2022, right here in the middle, they announced that Chief Donut Maker, which is a funny title. But they will be, I believe they're gonna Dodge is going to hire somebody to go to like their press events or car shows or whatever, and they're going to be titled the Chief Donut Maker. They're going to pay you 150 grand a year give you a free Hellcat to drive for the year and give you like a whole bunch of merch and stuff like that to wear around. And then they'll obviously pay for your travel expenses and stuff, probably to go around the different shows and stuff. Probably be a marketing guy for them or something. So I thought that was kind of cool of them to do. And of course, we got some more grade out here. And then they gave us some hints. So if this is January, you assume this is probably February, March, April. It's taking us into the summer here. Well, actually, maybe not all the way through because this one in the bottom middle here has a little ghost on it. So that's probably October. This one is something. Looks like a pot with some headers coming out of it. So maybe that's a November one. And then December down here they announced the power brokers. So that's going to be certified Dodge dealers that are able to modify your Scat Packs, RTs, Hellcats, Hellcat Red Eyes at the Dodge dealer and maintain your factory warranty. So that is awesome. So like they're also, I believe they're probably partnering with some of the shops. I would bet that they're going to get some of the information from like High Horse Performance and some of the other Mopar shops out there. Don't quote me on that. That's just my hypothesis on like the tuning and stuff like that to add. Like I think the one they got like the Hellraiser pulley. I forget who makes the Hellraiser pulley, but that's one of the ones they offered in their Hellcat package. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see, how long that lasts, how long the warranty lasts when everybody's showing up to Dodge dealers trying to get them to mod their cars. So, yeah, we'll see. And then next we have some sort of toxic spray paint thing. And then December 2021 as well, they're doing the Mopar Direct Connection, which is you're able to buy more performance parts directly through Dodge um, at the dealership. So if you want to go in and order, like parts from the drag pack or whatever they have, so and some of those parts from the power brokers that they're going to be installing on cars, you can buy them directly through the dealership. So in a sense, they're kind of cutting out that third-party aftermarket network, but I'm sure they've probably done some sort of partnership there. But if I was, I don't know if I'd necessarily be sort of scared if I was a aftermarket um, producer of parts or like some of the tuning shops. I don't know if I'd be a little bit scared that Dodge is kind of taking that in-house now. Um, but I guess they don't really have to worry because after the next 2 years, none of the stuff's going to really matter to Dodge anyway because it'll all be electric and hybrid and stuff. So we'll see. After that, they have a crown. I'm not sure what that is. And then what's that? It looks like a wolf with a tire mark over it. Not too sure. But then here at the end, this is the important part, which is right above my head there on the screen. Um, that is likely them announcing the their new electric car. So what they made an announcement in the video. I think it was in the video, or I read it online that um, their new electric car is going to have the Fratzog emblem there, from the old like 50s. I think it's 50s or 40s, 50s Dodges, maybe early 60s. Old Dodge logo. The new electric car will, or their new electric cars will carry that logo instead of the traditional two slashes like you see up here on the screen. If I circle that. So yeah, that's that. Now we can get into some future plans for the channel. Let's go ahead and do this. Alrighty. So, as for our channel, we have, let's see, we are going to be doing the Abarth 124 stuff very soon. I have all the parts. I just need to put them on the car. I want to, but it seems like every time I get a weekend free to actually start doing it, something pops up. Especially all the stuff with the Viper kind of threw a little bit of a delay in it, and then I was partially selfish because the past few weekends it has been kind of nice here. So I decided to go out and drive the Viper instead of work on the 124. So there is that. But we will be getting that done soon. So anybody that's here that actually enjoys the Abarth, yeah, it's gonna be a good time. And then there's a decision. Let's see, how long are we into this? So only the dedicated people will be here. How long are we into this stream? 30 minutes. All right. So if you're still here, you're gonna get a little sneak peek. I believe that the we'll see what happens here on Friday, but I might be getting rid of the truck and replacing it with another vehicle. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I don't need the truck anymore, although I love the truck. I'm not towing anymore. We're not going to the racetrack every weekend. And if I am going to the racetrack with a Viper, I'm likely going to be driving it because we're going to be doing road courses and stuff. But the vehicle that is replacing the Challenger, or not the Challenger, I talked about the Challenger for so long now. Can't leave my mind. The truck is going to be my new daily, and it is going to be, hopefully, an SRT Durango. So now we'll actually be able to go drag race the SRT Durango. And I won't have to tow it there. I'm just going to drive it, show up, launch it, all-wheel drive, and have fun. So, yeah, that's the plan. But we'll see. I gotta go down to the dealership and see how much they'll give me for my truck and everything. But the numbers that I've run, I think we should make out pretty good on the truck, and then potentially even get into the SRT Durango for cheaper than what I paid for the truck. So we shall see. Um, but yeah, this should be fun. We had the RT Durango for a while when I first started the channel, and I really enjoyed that vehicle. It just needed a little bit more power, which is what we're going to get with the SRT one. So stay tuned. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I just want to let you guys know that is something I'm looking into. Now, if you hate that idea and you're still watching, let me know. Um, if you want to see me keep the truck, let me know. I mean, I don't really want to get rid of the truck, but I don't need it to tow anymore, and I don't think it's necessarily smart to just daily a 2500 without really using it for truck-like things. So let me know what you guys think about that. Unfortunately, our stream today has not had that many viewers in it. We've had a few. Um, but if you guys have any questions, those who are here, go ahead and drop them now, and then we'll address those questions, and then we will go ahead and get out of here. So I'll give you guys a couple seconds to put those in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and close this thing out. But in the meantime, like I said, let me know what you guys think of the whole SRT Durango idea. I think it's going to be fun. Be able to drive to the track, run some bracket racing, head home. The one time I did drag race a Durango, the the RT we had, I almost won the bracket race event that we had because they're so consistent with the all-wheel drive. You just run the same time every single time. So yeah, I think that might be the play. Plum Crazy one. I'm the loner. Yeah, it's been too busy. What was the last month we had like between 10 and 15 people all at the same time. It's a little light this month, but I do appreciate everyone that has stopped by. 392 Mopar, David Brown, Destroyer 1320, Plum Crazy One. I'm gonna mess his name up again. Javagis with his TRX. That is awesome, by the way. TRXs are so good. I mean, I'd like to get one, but they're putting markups on everything, and even with, I don't even know if I could get my dealership to come down on a markup on a TRX. I mean, I probably could strong arm them a little bit, but it would be tough. So, all right. So, no other questions. We will go ahead and wrap this thing up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks for watching, guys. Plenty more content coming soon, like we discussed. Um, Probably some Viper content. I gotta get some. I want to just drive the Viper, so we'll figure out something to film with it. But yeah, thanks for watching. And if you have any other questions, feel free to hit me up on Instagram or Facebook or any one of our social media platforms. The links are in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Have a great day.